This is Learn Chinese Cultures with me, your mentor, Josephine. Welcome to week 5. This week, I will talk about the tea culture in China. We will start the lesson with a fun fact quiz. Then I will introduce you the Chinese tea culture and Chinese tea production. Finally, we will do lots of fun activities and some extra practices to consolidate the knowledge. Let's begin with a fun fact quiz. Oolong tea is a type of traditional Chinese tea. Which of the following is true about oolong tea? A. It's from the same plant as green tea. B. It's a type of black tea. C. It's a type of green tea. I will give you some time to think about the answer. 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is A. It's from the same plant as green tea. In fact, oolong tea, black tea, and green tea are 3 different types of tea. However, they are all from the same plant. Only the processing makes them different. Good job! First, I would like to give you a brief background of tea. Tea is a drink that is prepared by pouring hot water over tea leaves. A lot of countries have the tradition of drinking tea. For example, China, Japan, Korea, India, and the UK. In fact, tea is so popular that there are 25,000 cups of tea consumed every second. Let me introduce you the background of Chinese tea quickly. The Chinese name of tea is cha, which was the word derived from tu, the term which is used to refer to bitter edible plants. Tea, especially high-quality tea, was also called ming. The upper part of the word is cao, means grass, and the lower part of the word is ming, which means famous. So the meaning of ming is a famous grass. The general difference between how the Chinese and the British make their tea lie in the water to tea ratio. Chinese use a lot less water than the UK. With the small amount of water used in China, both the teapots and the cups are relatively small. Besides, there is an extra utensil used in Chinese tea culture, which is a pitcher, or we also call it fairness cup. Since there is a lot of tea leaves in a small quantity of water, a few seconds of difference in brewing time often result in very different taste. Therefore, the tea is first poured into a separate pitcher, or a fairness cup, and from it, the tea is equally distributed amongst the drinker, so that everyone gets the same tea. Let me show you how to make Chinese tea. First, we put the tea leaves into a teapot. Then, we pour hot water into the teapot and let it sit for a few seconds. After that, we pour the tea from the teapot into a fairness cup. Finally, we distribute the tea from the fairness cup to small teacups. There are hundreds of different teas around the globe. Yet, there is one thing that connects them all. They are all made of the leaves of the same plant, Camellia sinensis. But right after the leaves are plucked, every country has its own way of processing them. In China, they are usually dried, oxidized, and roasted. In Japan, instead of roasting, they steam the leaves. In India and Nepal, dry leaves are crushed, torn, and curled before packaging. And now, let's practice. Let's do a pop-up quiz and see if you understand the concept of tea. The first question. Tea is a drink that is prepared by pouring water over tea. Do you know what are the answers to these two blank? I'll give you a few seconds to think about the answer. 3, 2, 1. Let's look at the answer together. Tea is a drink that is prepared by pouring hot water over tea leaves. Good job! Now, let's look at question 2. True or false? China is the only country that have tea in their culture. Do you think this is a true statement or a false statement? I'll give you a few seconds to think about the answer. 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is false. China is not the only country that have tea in their culture. In fact, a lot of countries have the traditions of drinking tea. For example, Japan, Korea, India, and the UK. Very good! In the first activity, I would like you to link the tea utensils to its corresponding name. That includes a pitcher, a bamboo tray, a teacup, and a teapot. You can pause the video for a few minutes until you have finished. We will look at the answer together now. What is the utensil in the first picture? Yes, correct. They are teacups. Good job! You can see from the picture, they are very small in size. Normally, their size are similar to the fist of a child. What about the second utensil? What do you think it is? Yes, correct. It is a teapot. Good job! A teapot is usually with a handle and a lid. Very good. And the third utensil. What is it? Yes, correct. It is the pitcher, which is also called a fairness cup. I have mentioned it just now. Since a few seconds of difference in brewing time can make a difference in the taste, the function of a pitcher is to collect the tea at the same time and to make sure everyone gets the same tea. And the last utensil is a bamboo tray. Very good! A bamboo tray is put under all other tea utensils. The function of a bamboo tray is to collect the water so that the table will not be wet and messy. Well done! In the second activity, I would like you to draw the tea utensils, including a Chinese teacup, a Chinese teapot, and a Chinese pitcher. You have seen these 3 utensils from the last activity. Let's see if you remember them. You can pause the video for a few minutes and finish your drawing. Let's look at the answer together. How does a Chinese teacup look like? Yes, correct. A Chinese teacup is like a very small bowl. It doesn't have a handle or a lid. You can be as creative as possible and design your own print on the body of the cup. There is no rule of what print has to be on the cup. Next, how does a Chinese teapot look like? Yes, correct. A Chinese teapot is like this, a fat and short body with a handle and a lid. Again, you can design your own print for the teapot. There is no rule of its design. Finally, how does a Chinese pitcher look like? Yes, correct. It is a container with a beak. Remember, it doesn't have a handle or a lid. But what makes it different from a cup is that it is larger and it has a beak. Again, it can be of any color, so you can be as creative as you want. Well done! I would like you to be a little tea expert and brew your own Chinese tea. You can just use any tea bag from your kitchen. Get a spoonful of leaves to about 1.5 to 2 deciliter of water. You may make 2 to 3 infusions and see how differently it tastes. Below is the record form for you so that you can record your experience in Chinese tea. I would like to remind you that making tea needs hot water. Therefore, it would be the best if you can ask an adult or older sibling to assist you. Well done! We will end today's lesson with a fun fact quiz. 𝗓𝗏 is another tea utensil in Chinese tea culture. It is of a size like a teacup. What do you think is the function of a 𝗓𝗏? A. To brew tea. B. To contain tea leaves. C. To contain sugar. I will give you a few seconds to think about the answer. 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is A. To brew tea. Good job! A 𝗓𝗏 is a cup with a lid. It is used to brew and contain tea. Chinese people don't put sugar in Chinese tea. This is the end of today's lesson. Here are some extra practices you can do to learn more about the Chinese tea. This is a link to a video which introduces you the history of Chinese tea. This is a link to a quiz about Chinese tea. You can also do some reflective activity. Try to think about questions like this. Do you know the tea costume in the UK? And how is it different from China? Is there any place in your neighborhood that you can try Chinese tea? If yes, are you interested in trying? Lastly, do not forget to have fun.